Hi everyone, Ed here from Shades of Vengeance, and welcome back to Era The Chosen. In this video, I'm just going to do a few quick example rolls to show to people who don't already know about the Era D10 rule set what this game is really all about and how the mechanics work. I'm sure you'll agree that it's actually very simple, and I'm sure you won't have any trouble picking it up at all. So I'm going to use the character which I created in the last video, Diego Garcia. And he's going to come face to face with his first ever Anonassi. Now, Anonassi stats are available in the core rulebook, but not in the player's guide because we don't want to give too much away about what the Anonassi can do to the players. It's much more fun to surprise them. So I'm going to roll Anonassi with the black dice here, and I'm going to use my lovely purple dice for Diego Garcia. So I'm going to start with an initiative roll. An initiative is very simple. You take one dice, you add it to the initiative of the individual in question. In this case, Diego has achieved 14, and despite a superior initiative, the enemy that he's going to face, it's a Fallen, has an initiative of 12. So that means that Diego Garcia is going to go first. And he's going to have the opportunity to immediately quick draw his pistol and open fire. So I'm going to roll, because it's a quick draw, I'm going to roll wits and gunnery. But I'm going to say they're some distance apart, so he's going to have an 8 threshold on his gunnery roll. And he chooses that he's not going to load any of his explosive rounds, he's just going to use the standard pistol. So as you can see here, I've rolled a total of 9 dice for Diego. Oh, that was an 8. And I'm actually needing to roll an 8 or better to hit it. So that was not terribly impressive. He only got 1 hit from all of those dice. I'm now going to roll for damage, and the Magnus Pistol gives him 5 and 6. And the Fallen have a damage modifier of +1 and a kill modifier of +2. So if I roll an 8 on this dice, this battle will come to a very quick end. I've not done so, I've rolled a 6. So that's enough to do some damage to the Fallen, and the Fallen will indeed take 1 health damage as one of the bullets punches a hole through its shoulder. The Fallen will, enter a rage state. It'll charge towards Diego with its claws ready to attack, and it's going to swipe at Diego, making up that distance in a fraction of the time a human would. Now, Diego shortly is going to have to roll a willpower check because that's terrifying. Seeing an Anonassi charge towards you, claws out, you think you're going to die. So he's going to roll a willpower check. But first, I'm going to give the Anonassi an opportunity to slash at Diego with its claws. So it has succeeded slightly better. I was going to give it a 7 threshold because it's got a slightly easier time. And it's managed to achieve 2 successes. Now, claws do not have a kill threshold, but they will have a damage threshold of 5. So the 6 that has been rolled means that Diego takes a single health damage. Diego is now going to have to roll that willpower check that I mentioned earlier, and that's going to be a double willpower. Now, he's looking for a 7 or better on this one, because as you can see down here, the 7 box is uncrossed. And 10s mean exploding successes, and unfortunately he's not managed to achieve more than 2 successes here. However, I as the GM am going to decide that 2 successes are enough, and I'm going to cross off the number 7. Now, the next time that something frightens Diego, he's going to have to roll an 8 or better, and then a 9 or better. Now, it does cap at 9, but that does mean that over time, you have to overcome more and more difficulties as you meet these horrible tactics that the Anonassi employ. However, he has in fact managed to pass this time, so he's going to pull out his gun once more, and this time, he's going to load the explosive rounds that we have from before. Now once again, it's +1, +2, so he's going to have to roll some hits and then roll some damage, but let's see how he does with his hits first. That is wits plus gunnery once again, and he's going to have to roll a 7 or better on this roll. Let's see how he does. There's 1, 2, 3, and again the 10 means a bonus dice. That's another 8. So he's rolled 4 successes this time, quite a different story to last time. Now his explosive rounds, as I said, they are damage 1, kill 2, and the Fallen has +1, +2. So he's going to have to roll a 2 on any dice to do damage with his explosive round, and a 4 to kill it instantly. Now he didn't load 3 explosive rounds because he felt like that might be a waste, and although he rolled 4 successes, the gun only fired 3 bullets. So I'm going to borrow 2 of these black dice, which represent the normal bullets, and the 1 purple dice represents his explosive round. So if you can roll a 4 on that dice, then it's dead. If you can roll an 8 on either of the other dice, then it's dead. But let's see how he does. So he has indeed managed to roll a 4 or better on his purple dice, although the other 2 bullets actually didn't do any damage whatsoever. The explosive round finds purchase in the chest of this Fallen and explodes. The Fallen, is obliterated, and Diego Garcia stands victorious for now. So I hope that gives you an indication of how combat works, and as time went on, he would begin having to roll increasingly difficult things. Now when you fail a willpower roll with a trigger, you'll gain a trigger, and then secondly you'll cross out the first number and go straight on to the second number, which is down here. When you reach number 10, if you exceed number 10, then you actually become completely incapable of facing the Anonassi anymore, and you must return to ether for, shall we say, intensive psychotherapy in order to overcome your rather unpleasant experiences during the war. So every character potentially has an amount that they can take before they snap. And that means that this whole game is the avoidance of the descent into this madness, this darkness. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video, and please let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'll be more than happy to answer anything that you'd like to know more about.